Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Cheryl. I wanted to take this time to share 3 new small junk journals that I've created. They're similar to a TN size, slightly smaller. They're like a 6.5 by 4 inches. They do fit nicely in just a regular standard TN cover. So if you want to, put them in one of those to protect the covers and stuff, that would work out great. I have to do the video in 3 different sections because I tried to do it one other time and it was 20 minutes long and I was having issues uploading it and that sort of thing. So I will probably, do like 2 in one video and then finish up in the next video. I'm calling this collection Old School because I am using antique ephemera from the 1880s and 90s, and I've also created a printable kit too that you can buy and make your own little old school journal. So I will show that to you in the second video. All of them have similar details inside, but there are some variations. But I would like to start with Happy for this video. And as you can see, it has antique lace and trim. Each one has a watchmaker's vial. It's vintage. And rusty little safety pin, and these are antique buttons. I bought a jar of them, and they, I guess when somebody did their mending, they had already, the stitching was left in there, so I really like that. I didn't have to do that. But I put some antique linen on the binding. It's actually a hidden spine, but I just put this on for reinforcement. And then you have the back. And a sari silk closure. Inside we have a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera, a little library card, which I have sewn onto some decorative cardstock. Each one has a different antique etching in it. This one says Baby's Answer. They're really pretty, and these were from the 1850s. And then here is a cabinet card. This is from my collection. I've sewn it onto some antique paper. I've put some ladies in here because I thought maybe they could be, teachers. And then some matte paper, some blank music paper, another Tim Holtz ephemera piece. And this is a Reward of Merit. This is part of that old school kit that I made. I've embossed the bag and inked it up. It's also a tuck. Some vintage ledger and dictionary, antique notebook paper, and then in all 3 they have different ones, but this one has baby foxes. This is a penmanship practice paper, and a little hiding spot underneath, and this is the middle of the signature, and I've just made a little tuck spot with a tag, and this side has a vintage library card. Has to do in school disorders. all of them have ones that relate to school. And then we have a certificate of grade on some aged paper, dictionary, ledger, Reward of Merit. This is part of that little kit too. The other side of the matte page, a little tab. And this It's a report card or grade card. I've backed it onto some coffee stain paper. I tried a technique of embossing some foil and then you know, putting it into the coffee and then putting it in the oven. And I actually picked up the embossing on the foil. I think it turned out great. And next signature, vintage tab. This one says 3 baby foxes, the penmanship practice. Everybody has a story. And these I've put in each of the books too. These are just made out of the butcher paper, but they were in sheets. And so I just folded them over and I've sewn the sides and kind of inked the embossing on it. Some vintage dictionary. Lots of places for writing. This is an antique book page. The fox and the grapes. Since the penmanship paper was about foxes, I thought that would be great to tie those two together. These are part of my collection of antique photos. And they're sweet little girls. And I used these to cover up the stitching. Reward of Merit. This is part of that kit too. And little fox. Little tuck spot. This little paper set is from VectoriaDesigns. It has like journaling and a library card, and it's cute. So I included that in each one of the sets. And here is a cabinet card from my collection. I've sewn it onto some aged paper. And we have some dictionary, the other side of that, little tickets from Denise's shop, A Tattered Dream. And this is a sweet photo that I have that I will be doing a printable kit of all the photos that are in here too. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And here is an eye chart tag along with a antique optical lens. I sell those in my store too, but I thought it went along with the eye chart. And this is the back. And this is the back side of one of my antique photos. It was kind of a pink color, so I thought it'd make a nice journaling card. And then an antique bird. So that is happy. Oh, so I am going to stop it now and I will continue on with the others. See you soon.